Capricorn, welcome to your October 2021 Astro Update. It's Rena here. Well. Okay, so we begin the month with a Mercury retrograde that is continuing from the end of September in Libra. The Sun is in Libra. Libra is a cardinal sign. It's the cardinal sign before you, so it's going to be in your 10th house of career, which means that your career is on point, but there might be something that is up in the air. And this could be coming from inside of you. Like perhaps you really are at a crossroads where you're not quite sure if you want to continue doing what you're doing. There can be many factors that play into this. Maybe for some of you, it is, do I retire? I'm 65, 66, whatever. I think for me, it will be 67. I can't believe I'm even talking about retirement because I'm not in that decade yet, but just to even entertain the notion is like insane at this point. But it's not really that insane. It's not that far away, but I'm just talking about legal retirement requirements, not what a person wants to do. And because Capricorn rules that area of career, the 10th house, you might be one of those people that you said, I'm not going to retire. I believe in working. The idea of playing golf every day might be distasteful to you. I don't know. Like I've said before, Capricorn's youth, they don't age. So some of you may actually feel like, hey, I've done everything I've set out to do. Now I'm going to enjoy myself. Boy, that's what a wise thing to think. Although by the same token, I can understand people saying, what is there to retire from? Am I retiring from life? Or am I going to stop being of service to others because I'm retiring now? I'm just going to be indulgent. So it's just such a weird thing because, when you're on the spiritual path, you don't see that demarcation. That's a worldly concept, the idea of retirement, because it implies that, okay, that horrible work that I've been doing for 40 years, now, thank God, I can get paid to stay at home and I don't have to worry about it. Or even that I've earned the right, when in fact you never, as far as I'm concerned, you never have to earn the right to be free if that's what you choose to be. If you choose not to work, I don't think you have to earn that right not to work, but there are consequences to everything, aren't there? So anyway, I can't help but philosophizing. So some of these issues can come up for you. And during the Mercury retrograde, the Sun is here, and there is going to be a new moon here, which is happening on the 6th of the month. And this is interesting because on the very same day, Pluto is going direct in your sign. So something might be connected there. Your career, you have a new moon in your career sector, and Pluto, which has been transiting your sign and has been retrograde, is now going direct. While Pluto has been going retrograde in your sign, so like in that first house, you might have been more internalizing some of the transformation in your life. So sometimes, Pluto in the first can have visible outer things that show that you are changing. You might be changing so many different things. The first house can really be about your life as a whole and things, even your body, that's the first house. So let's use an example. Let's say somebody has a lot of weight to lose and they have Pluto in their first house. They may be, successful. Pluto has a 15-year cycle, so it's not something that just comes and goes. It's an outer planet, generational planet, So this is a long-term thing. If you have Pluto in your first house, it's very possible that even your physicality is transforming majorly. Maybe it's a very slow process, but it could be a process nonetheless. And for some people, they may even have some kind of event that scares them into this, like a heart attack or something like that. I'm not saying that you did. Or even Pluto can connect with death. If you've had, the reason I'm saying this, don't get scared, because Pluto is almost finished from its transit in the first house. That's in a later degree. So what I'm saying is, over these years, some of you may have had to alter some of your behaviors because you realize that you can't take your body for granted. And so when Pluto went retrograde, it might have been like, okay, perhaps you've lost all the weight that you've wanted to lose, and you still feel like emotionally you have some work to do, because that happens quite often, that a person thinks, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose this weight and everything's just going to be perfect. And they realize that there was an emotional component to what they were dealing with that didn't go away with the weight that went away. And that's actually a good thing, because it allows you to really get to the heart of the matter. And so now Pluto is direct, and again, you're able to have those transformations occur, but they're occurring in the external sense again. And this can be any area of life. It doesn't have to be your body, by the way. So that's connected with the career. I mean, it could even be your image. It could be like the way that like an extreme makeover. That's perfect for the first house, because Pluto certainly can be extreme. Maybe you're feeling that sense of empowerment in your life in general, and that is connected to career goals. But even that, Mercury is in that 10th house, so there still is things that you're sorting out. On the 7th, Venus goes into Sagittarius. That's your 12th house. You could be secretive about a love situation, that if you've just begun a new relationship, you might be secretive. You don't want your ex to know. You don't want your kids to know. You don't want your friends to know, something along those lines. Or you meet somebody that might be like a soulmate, have past life connections to you. Venus in the 12th might be things like indulging in some kind of energy healing, that maybe spending a lot of money on it, so that you can feel like even some energy healing that can rebalance your chakras or something like that. Sometimes it can it can feel really good in other ways. Venus is about pleasure, tingling in the scalp and things like that. So you could just take pleasure in these spiritual pursuits, or if you're going to some kind of healing retreat or something, spending money on a healing retreat. On the 10th, Saturn goes direct at 6 degrees of Aquarius. And this is your second house. So you're going to have these triggers to the second. You've already had them, Capricorn, over the summer or over July and August. You had 2 full moons here. So chances are there was some kind of development with your finances, and now you're getting more hits to this area. I think overall this is going to be good because you may have been undisciplined with your finances, which is totally uncharacteristic of Capricorn, but you do have Jupiter here also retrograding. October is a month for these planets to go direct. Jupiter, Saturn. There was one other one besides Mercury, but Mercury isn't. Oh, Pluto. Yeah. Pluto and Mercury. So I think that this is a tale of 2 months, where the second half of the month, or, towards the end of the month, it will feel a lot more settled and going in the right direction. So, Jupiter going direct on the 18th is great for expansive qualities, luck, being at the right place in the right time, for some kind of like new income stream or multiple income streams with Jupiter. It could be multiple. But Saturn is about discipline, your ruler, discipline with your finances. I think this will just be overall really good for the money flow coming. If it was kind of a little bit deterred for a little while here, for a few months now, I think it'll be more in the direct motion, so that's good. And that's the day that Mercury goes direct in your career sector, so there you go. That could have some connection with that second house. It should, because, second house is the money you earn. Where do you earn money from? Your career, a lot of times. So there you go. On the 20th, there is a full moon at 27 degrees of Aries, another cardinal sign, the one that's ahead of you. So this is the 4th house of home and family. So for some people, it might even be about selling a home, and that could be part of it. If you are like, maybe that 10th house Mercury retrograde is, should I accept this job offer? And it could be in a totally different field, and that's one of the reasons why you're a little hesitant. And it turns out that they're like, okay, and it's in a different state, a different country. Selling a home. It can be connecting with the inner, yourself, and your childhood in some way that is healing, gaining insight into what you dealt with, what your mother dealt with. This could be hearing about your mom, finding out information. On the 23rd, the sun goes into Scorpio, and on the 30th, Mars goes into Scorpio. So this is a friendly angle to you. This is the 3rd house, and this is the area of teaching and learning and social media. So you're ambitious for some reason. Maybe you're training Capricorn for something, and you're really involved in some kind of training. Mars in the 3rd house, this is going to carry into November, actually, and this could have you very avidly pursuing some kind of training program, because you're trying to up your skill set or something. So that's what I have for you. I hope that this resonated, Capricorn. And if you would like a private reading, I have double readings I've been promoting, just because they are good, deal. I was going to say financial deal. It sounded like I was talking about investments or something. But, sometimes when people, in the new age community, instead of writing price, they say investment. And even though I call this spiritual entertainment, I mean, I think it's always an investment when you spend money on your spiritual life. Maybe hoping to gain more awareness, it's not about solving all of your problems. It's about gaining awareness, if it resonates with you, obviously. And that can plant seeds for you to experience expansion in your life. That is, I think, my biggest goal is to be a seed planter, because I can't do the work for somebody, and I can't tell somebody what to love about their life, or what their talents are. I can guess, but I can't know for sure. Only you know what you're good at. But anyway, I say all that to say this. I have a double astrological reading, 1 hour of analyzing your natal chart, and 1 hour of transits for the next 12 months. And that is for special price. It's called the deep dive reading. I have a combination natal chart, analysis, and tarot reading called the whole enchilada. So I have different readings. I have other types of readings too. Life path, career reading. You can find out more information at the link below. Thanks for listening. Take care. Bye.